Good morning. So we have a new guest coming to our South Bolton chicken coop today to join our little family of two. And what I've done is I've kind of divided the chicken coop. So this area is one separate area, and then over here is where our guest will go. So as you can see, there's a screen of chicken wire going across here, so that when our guest arrives, the introductions should go fairly well without anybody pulling out feathers or scratching each other or anything like that. They've got their treat block and their own water, and they still have access to the ramp to go upstairs. And then our guest has her own water dispenser and her own grain, and she'll probably make herself comfortable in that corner over there. So we're gonna give it like a couple of days to see how it goes. They are the same age, so in a few days things should be pretty decent. But when it comes to introducing new chickens to your flock, even if you only have two, it's better to just do it safely so that nobody goes ripping out somebody else's feathers. But I think it'll be nice to have more than just two chickens, because this coop houses up to 6. So I really don't see an issue with a third one. And now it's time to go get her. So this is Piper. Piper is originally from Vermont, and she's very, very docile. Loves to be pet, so she doesn't mind human interaction very much. She's a very, very calm hen. You can tell she's been handled by people quite a bit, so she isn't very flighty. She doesn't flap her wings or anything like that. She just doesn't mind being patted. She's a very, very nice hen. And I think she's going to make a great addition to our coop. So I say we go out back and see how she does. Well, I've got the camera down. Let's see how this goes. Piper, ready for your new home? Oh yeah, no more cage anymore. No more kennel, huh? It's a very awkward moment. So right now, nobody has anything nice to say. And this is normal, you know. Like I said, they need time to settle things. And that doesn't happen overnight. They're gonna have their differences at first. That's the way it is, you know. They didn't grow up together. They weren't chicks together. They're not from the same mom. So, you know, they're gonna swear at each other. They're gonna yell. They're gonna call each other names. You know. It's you this and your mom that, and God only knows what they're saying to each other. The safety divider is doing its job, though. They are not happy. There's a whole conversation going on here right now that we do not know. But oh, don't you just wish you could speak the language? Judy, calm down. I am at Bolton Orchards right now, and I think what I'm going to do is pick out a few ears of corn, for the hens, because to be fair, I kind of sprung this on them without really telling them, so that ought to make them happy. And then another thing we can pick out for them that they might like are some blueberries, because chickens don't just love corn, they also seem to be super huge fans of blueberries. So we're gonna get a couple of those too. I think one of these will make them very happy. This is like candy to them, so they'll really like that. And yeah, we'll make their day. So as within any species on planet Earth, not just humans, there are politics. And politics in the animal kingdom are mainly based on privileges like food privileges, shelter privileges, and mating privileges. And it exists in herds of cows, buffalo, goats, deer, and yes, birds too. But basically, we have 1, 2, 3 ears of corn here for 3 hens. And of course, we've got plenty of blueberries to go around. And this is going to help emphasize the fact that here everybody gets the same privilege, everybody gets equal amount of whatever, you know, and this might actually help enforce things as far as who gets what, and that, you know, nothing's really going to change. And it's also going to make their day, I think. So let's see what happens. Hey girls, we a little more calm now? What's that? Oh yeah. There you go. I am Mama Bird, taking really good care of her feather babies, basically. And of course, the other one's looking for a treat too, so now we're gonna go over there and make sure she doesn't feel left out. Piper, look! Look what you got. Here you go. Here's yours. She wants the blueberries. There. You never been given a gift like that before, have you? See, right now everybody's content. This makes a difference. Everyone already seems a lot calmer now. Piper found the blueberries. I would say Piper's never had an ear of corn before, and she doesn't really know what to do with hers, so... But she'll learn from watching the other hens, you know? So through watching the other hens, she has learned how to eat an ear of corn for the first time. At least I'm pretty sure it's her first time, because chickens are used to dry corn. But now she's figured out what to do with her ear of corn, and she's enjoying it more than the blueberries, I think. But everybody does seem a little calmer now, a little happier. When they're all enjoying the same thing at the same time, things are equal, for at least a little while. There you go, you're learning. You got it. It's amazing what a few hours and some corn on the cob and blueberries did here, because things seem a lot more settled down now than they were a few hours ago. Still going to be a few days, but the fact that everybody has calmed down and is not angry anymore, or not as angry, I should say. Pretty big difference. That's a good sign, actually. So it is a little after 11 o'clock at night. I decided to come out to check on Piper just to see how she's doing. And she must have slipped through the barricade. or the divider that I put up, because look at this. Isn't that something? That is not what I expected at all. When I came out here, I expected her to still be in her little corner, but it looks like she's getting very comfortable. So yeah, there you have it. I don't know whether to be worried or whether this is actually a good thing, but I'm counting on it being a good thing. Wow. I am pleasantly surprised, because that is everything I was not expecting at all. Piper must have not wanted to spend the night alone where I had her set up, and she somehow managed to squeeze herself through the divider that I had set up, separating her from the other hens, and went up into the hen house and decided to bunk up with them. And they don't seem to have a problem with it, which is great. It's shocking because it usually takes anywhere from a few days to a week for adult hens that are from different broods to get acquainted with each other. This isn't something that happens like in the snap of a finger, but here we are, apparently. But it's like, the only thing I find daunting is, what if, I mean, are they keeping the peace so that they can stay warm and protected tonight? Or am I going to wake up tomorrow and find a bloodbath and a sparring match going on? Is somebody going to be missing a beak or an eye or have a broken leg? Is somebody going to turn into a feather duster? Like, there's all these things going in through my head that I think it's a good thing. It's a very rare occurrence. I'm not going to say that this happens all the time. It doesn't. This is very unusual. But we'll have to see what the morning brings. Hoping for good things. So it is the next morning, and the divider is down, and I have not heard any squabbling or squawking, and well, it looks like that's a very good sign, because, well, good morning, Miss Piper. Good morning, everybody. Seems like everybody is getting along just fine, and I never needed the barricade or the divider in the first place, only for a short time. Wow. It does not usually go that smooth. I really have to tell you right now. Quite the shock. Well, it looks like Piper has been accepted into our new little family. So I now have 3 wonderful little hens that seem to get along just fine, and this is nice. I didn't expect it to happen this soon, but I think this is great. So here we have a brood of chicks for my friend and coworker Maria, because her and her family are looking to start a new brood this summer. And here we have a male Americana. He's the tan colored one in the middle, and then we've got 2 Plymouth Rocks that are female, and 2 Jersey Giants that are also female, and we have 1 male Jersey Giant. So she has, among the group, 4 females that will become hens, and then she has 2 males that will become roosters. So I am going to be bringing these guys to her on Tuesday, and they will go home and be raised up and bred, and yeah. A new flock in the making. It has just been an overall very chickeny weekend around here. But it's been a lot of fun. Good night.